gentlemen, welcome, Fashion Dolls. We are here with the one and only my brother King Jives, and this is I'm so nervous because I went live back in 2021, and
Yes.
this is our first time face to face because I've been on his panel, but we've never
Yeah.
looked each other in the eyes.
Yes.
So before we kick off this interview and conversation, I want to give you your flowers, King.
Thank
You
you. Thank you.
Conscience, TS Matt, all of y'all have been the blueprint for me. Y'all started way before I started in 2014 doing this platform. And
Mm.
I'm now going strong, 20 seasons in, 1,000 interviews and counting, more and more to come. Y'all have been the blueprint for me. And I thank y'all. I tune into your live whenever you go live and you do the panel with the Kings, Darius, London. I love y'all all. Jazz, because I feel represented when I see. I'm like, okay, it's not just the Kings. You got,
And
for the dolls, as we would say, girls as well. We're
and that's
included.
and that's why I did that. That's why I did that. I added a I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I brought an additional person in because being a man first and being a part of the LGBTQ community, I developed the four kings and the kings in the court because I wanted to have representation of us. And and when I thought about it, I was like, I need to get a trans person. And so Jazz was a very good friend of mine. I said, "What do you think about coming on?" She was like, "Oh my god!" And so I was like, and it was just what it was. And so I definitely that's the reason why I did that. I didn't care if Jazz was trans man, trans woman. I was like, listen, I need you on, you know. So that's my beautiful sister. That's my media wife, you know.
And that you've done an outstanding job. I've been on your platform when you've dropped the link and you say, you drop my name, you're like, Steve. I'm like, okay, I'm doing. He wants me to come up. So I come up, and now we're here face to face. We're seeing each other. And again, I have to give you your flowers because there have been some days when I do not feel like getting up in the morning to do this Monday through Friday. It takes a lot out of you having to stay on top of what's going on in the world and
Yes.
then balance your life as well to family. So it's a lot that comes with it. But when I put on one of your lives, whenever you go live and you do the Kings panel, it'll be like 9 p.m. where I'm at. I'm in South Carolina.
Hmm.
And the Kings panel will come on. Got you and Darius. Darius will put on these funny hats and will take me out. London will say his little sarcastic comments, and I'm oh my
Oh
God, I
Lord.
love it. And it just blends perfectly. You have air, you have everybody on the panel. If not you, then Conscience, then Bubs the God, my other colleague. Y'all have me an escape through all of the darkness that we're going through.
Yes.
And all have to be that light to each other. So I wanted to give you your flowers,
You.
just being a beacon. You've been doing this longer than me since 2000. I remember when I first met you, and it was on Instagram, and I reached out to you and I shot you a DM. You were doing a lot of content on the person you did the animations on. Let's just say that.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Mr. Andrew, yeah.
yes, and I said you are an icon. You are standing the test of time because you have been so much. And I've went back and I've watched more of your videos, more of your content, and I just was like, okay, we need to talk. And
Yes.
that's when we met, and we information, and the rest is history. So what's so crazy is we all have a circle. We all supportive of each other.
Yes. Yes.
I'm always sharing your stuff to my groups, always sharing it with my
Hmm.
friends and my neighbors. And then I will call my classmate and my girlfriend on the phone. And I'm like, did you watch Jobs today? She's like, you got King Jobs? I said, yes, girl. He's coming on the show. So we talk about you even down here in the Carolinas, like you're
Jeez.
everywhere.
Jeez.
And I just wanted to give you your flowers for that, brother, because what you're doing is bring awareness. You've used your platform to bring awareness to what goes on in the church sector. I'm more so in the entertainment, political, fashion, beauty arena,
Mm.
and having to balance that out. But the church sector is real. It is very real. And I've seen you get attacked. I'm like, who I got to fight today? Who I got to fight today? But what you're doing is bringing awareness to what's going on behind these church doors. People need to know about things. So I just wanted to get into that, the big elephant in the room, and give you your flowers. Thank you so much, King, for
You're
just
welcome.
being a support system,
You're-
being a not only you, but another one of my brothers, K Tukes, my brother host of the K Tuke spot. We just got off the phone. He's in Florida where you're at. He was like, you got
Okay.
jobs? Yes, y'all have that Florida connection. I'm in the Carolinas, so little old Carolina girl right here. But that's how we all bond, is that, that commonality of being from the South. And that's what brings us together. So salute to you and all that you do. And I'm gonna try not to cry because I don't want to my face up. But
Well,
thank
Stevie,
you.
I want to appreciate you. I was trying to share this, but I don't want to get kicked out of here. Um, I want to say thank you. I met you some years ago. Yes, we did do a live. This has honestly been a journey. And hello to everybody who's watching. Hello, hello, hello. I sound like RuPaul Drag Race with God, I- you know her name. She just won last year. On your nerves. Hello, hello, hello. Um, but I appreciate you. I watch you. I get the notification in the group. I see the things. I watch the things, and we all have our assignment. We all are doing something. Honestly, I will be celebrating 42 years on this around the sun on this earth. And so I'm appreciative to the creator for allowing me to live this long. And I look forward to more. Doing what I do, it takes balls, it takes guts to go up against the system that you were raised in and to call out BS. I was raised in the Church of God in Christ. So when I say super saved, Steve, I'm talking about super saved. At least that's what I would categorize it, what I was. Um, and I was never kicked out of a church. I know people are saying that online, but they still can't provide proof of any of that. Okay, I wish I had a sound effect. Oh Lord, on that one. But people are mad because I speak out. They'd rather for me just to be quiet, don't say anything about, the degradation that's going on within the quote unquote house of God, the organization or whatever. And I'm like, why shouldn't I say anything? People are being hurt, people are being raped, people are being have been molested, and all of those things. And you want us just to sit back and not say anything? I'm like, are you crazy? And so when I did this, excuse my dogs. I think somebody keeps going in and out the front door. So um, I started doing these things. It was a few people that I came on and just boom, just head on. But um, that was in my earlier years, and I experienced the attack at the beginning because it was like, oh, this is prophet so and so, or this pastor so and so, this bishop. You can't be talking about them. And how you and who are you and da-da-da. And I was like, I'm the same person. I'm a preacher just like them, and this is before I got out of the church. And when all of this stuff started transpiring, it just started blowing me back because I was like, are y'all trying to tell me that this stuff is okay? Because in my little world, and this it goes back to politics as well too. The older you get, and you really start looking at things, you're like, wait a minute. So y'all mean to tell me y'all just gonna let this slide? Y'all gonna? It's like the Trump administration. You're gonna boldly say, if we put everybody in jail, nobody's gonna be able to. It's gonna collapse the economy. I'm like, so we're just gonna let this stuff just keep going. And that's the same thing that applies within the church. So when you speak out, they damn you because they don't want to throw their best friends or their buddies or anything like this in jail because it's like this is a system that has been going on, and it did not just start. It has been going on before we got here. And so when I spoke out, people like Juanita Bynum, Brian Karn. These are in the beginning. Brian Karn was very young at the time. Prophet Brian Karn. That's his title. People. When I say the people hate, like they could see it right in front of you. They hate it. Like, don't you talk about my bishop? Don't you talk about my pastor? That's my woman of God. I'm like, but let's address the issue. I don't care. She's a woman of God. Let God deal with her. First of all, we're not going to get into all of that because first of all, this is a human and they're doing wrong and let's challenge that. Period. I'm not waiting for the super almost high to come down here and like it's not even about to happen like that. Like let's address it. This needs to stop. Um and the hate that you get behind doing that when you continue to do this, it it does something to your brain, to your mind, and you're like, so everybody's okay with this, or is it you're okay until something happens to you? Okay, so that's honestly where this has taken me, and so I am here now, and um, 40 years later, 40 plus years later. Um, just adjusting and wanting to pivot and do something else. But I will never stop advocating for people. I have been the voice in this community. I've been the voice in the religious community for God knows over damn near 20, maybe 20 years or more. And I'm not going to stop because I believe that somebody needs to cry loud and spare not.
And cut you off, brother. Even with the most, hey, Miss Stevie, your look is given by Houston and Grace Jones vibes. Fierce Lake. Thank you. That's exactly where the inspiration from Chrissy was Whitney Houston and the Bodyguard. Uh,
Mhm.
but the most recent was with TD McNutt. You covered that.
I covered
So
that
if
before
you don't
anybody even
talk
said
about it,
anything.
if you don't talk about it, it's going to continue to keep going on. This is exactly why it has to be brought to the forefront. There are people's lives who have been ruined by
Mm,
trauma. They have to live with for the rest of their lives. And
yeah,
as someone who is a survivor of abuse, triggering for me because I'm just like, when is the right time for us to say something? Even with the survivors of Epstein,
yes,
they have to talk. You
yes,
can't Bill Cosby and so many others. If you don't address the trauma, and continue to grow. So, brother, what you're doing is absolutely right. And with my colleague Bubs the God, the way he does it, you all everybody has their way of talking about it with nuance. And
hmm
we're not shaming the victims.
no,
So what if this is a person of that you consider a person of God? What about the right thing? Because that's what God would want you to do. Instead of weaponizing as this regime, because I don't call it an administration, it's a regime. This is straight out of Adolf Hitler's
yeah,
playbook. This is Mein Kampf 2.0.
yeah,
So you have to talk about it. You can't sit there and just be a fly on the wall and not say something. You are blowing the whistle, bringing awareness to it, brother. So keep doing what you're doing because there are so many people, are survivors, who are scared to say something.
yeah, yeah. Looking at this current administration, I remember when Kamala Harris was running for president, and I mean, we can go back when Obama was running the second term. I was advocating and saying, "Hey, get out!" But it wasn't
Yep.
until Kamala was running, and I was like, "You have to pay attention to everything." Now, mind you, I wasn't finna vote for Orange Cheeto Puffs over here. Wasn't finna vote for him either ways. But I'm always the person to say, vote for what speaks to you. Like, not about your Christian values, because listen, Stevie, can I cuss? Okay. That bullshit, voting for your Christian values means something per person, right? Um, Obviously, having your Christian values and molesting a 6-year old, go hand in hand, you know. So when she was running, I was like, you all listen to what he's saying, listen to what she's saying. When you put somebody in office, make sure you hold them to their words, because it is very important that, yes, you got into office and yeah, it's the first woman president and everything of that nature. But I want you to remember your word. I want you to continue doing what you said you were going to do for the people, because we put you there, and I want to make sure, and we, the people, want to make sure that you do what you're supposed to be doing. And how do we do that is making sure that we stay connected to our Congress, our local and state government. Like, that is important. And getting to know those individuals, like you had sent me that video this morning. Um, I know Brian Nathan. I think this is Brian.
Brian
Uh,
Nathan and Emily Gregory. Yes.
so they're right here. Well, the white guy, he's right here in Tampa. So I know him, not know him because he's in Tampa, but I know him, have had conversation with him. We went to dinners together. I was with him when he first started out. So um, being connected to these individuals, seeing these people at different functions and gatherings. Because when I tell you, church is one thing, but the political, baby, they have an event every week. And you be like, you know what? Fuck this. I am not listening. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And then next week is the next one. Uh, right, tomorrow is the next one. So it's always something, when it comes down to the political aspect of everything. Um, Something going on. Each one of those individuals have different viewpoints of what they're fighting for. And because of the connection, this is where you have their ear and you can say, now, hey, I'm a vlogger, so I want to drag the shit out you. So I need you to do what you said you're going to do. Or me and you both motherfuckers going to be on the blogs. And then I got a chance to meet and talk to and connect with David Jolly, who is running for our governor, and God knows I want this man to win, because this Rickwood, he's not even white. He's Latino. This man has to get out. And the dude who's opposing David Jolly, I think his name is Byron um,
Donald's. It's
Donalds.
Biden.
Horrible. He is a Trumper. He's a Republican. Baby, he's a black man that wants to be white. And no. So it is important to be connected to all of these people. I remember when Andrew Gilliam was running, and I was working very close with the team, and I was about to do advertising and print and everything like that, and for the particular party, and then that changed. But I've been doing a lot behind the scenes. I've learned, Stevie, not to say a whole lot of my business online, and that's where people get it confused,
Wow.
um, because they feel like I'm gonna tell all my. No, I don't. I don't tell everything that I do. I don't tell everywhere I go. I don't put my business out there. One thing about it, and that's true. Security is a major thing for me. I don't want to put all my business out there, and then somebody run up on me, because baby, you run up on me, you gonna get done up. Hey babies, I see y'all in the comments. Hello, hey.
My girl.
Hey Faith. I did an interview with Faith. She's a sweetheart. I love her.
Oh.
Hilarious.
And when she posted that you were going on, oh my God, brother's going on Face Show, she interviewed me. She interviewed Kate. She interviewed all of us. So shout outs
Mhm.
to Faith. Shout outs to her.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
so
and you were saying
go ahead. I'm sorry.
about being behind the scenes as well too. And that you do. You don't put it all out there. You don't let know what you're doing until we see the post. Whenever unless you schedule something, that's how we find out.
Hmm.
But other than that, you don't put your business out there unless you want people to know, unless you're transparent in that
Correct.
way.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. I think it's important. The experience that I have with content creating, with vlogging. being a public figure, it is what it is. Being a public figure, um, you're going to see your fans. You're going to run into people that know you and watch you. Be like, oh my God, you're King Jives. You be like, what is it you want to say? Because you don't know who like you don't know who don't like you don't know if it's a problem. And what I have found out, Stevie, is yes, there are people that don't like you, but there are more people that like you and love you than hate you. I had to realize that.
They're chopping it up amongst themselves, brother.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and it's scary. I'm so glad you touched on that. We're seeing what's going on with Rihanna and Nia Long. And
yes,
it brings to ask the question of relationships. These people don't know us. They watch our content. They watch us tell our stories, and it's scary. So even with what's going our girl T.S. Madison, it's
yeah,
like we are living in some dangerous times right now, and it's like at a certain period of time, do I have to fear for my going out because I've spoken truth to power,
yeah.
or someone disagreed what I said, or they just don't like me as a collective person? Have to ask ourselves these questions. But like you said, there are ones who will genuinely love you, and then the ones that don't like you, like
Yeah.
really don't. That's the
I
ones you really.
I'll say this, and I think I said this. I I I don't think I've made this a show. I think maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm not sure, but I didn't make this a solid, isolated show because you know, me and Madison, we're not on the best of terms, and I'm not going to bring that here, but when I saw her situation with, and notice I'm still acknowledging, her, she, all of that. I'm not going to disrespect nobody because I don't
You
believe
don't.
in that. I don't believe in that. Um, but when I saw the situation, unlike everybody else, I had to sit back and look at the whole thing because the DL Whisperer, even though he is batshit crazy, he didn't start this stuff, right? And so accountability has to be placed. Madison started with this young man, and the young man responded. Now, this is the problem. This is the problem. Now, I don't want you to get in trouble because I know you're gonna post this, but the DL Whisperer got out of his body and started going past his girl's house online talking about I want her dead, doing all of those things like that. And I'm like, nigga, it's one thing to be pop, 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 pop online. But when you are out here making threats to people, when you're out here riding past people's houses and things of that nature, like that's no, sir, no. I don't care whether it was old or new or whatever. No, I may not like Madison on certain days. It is what it is. I'm not finna get online and talk about, bitch, I want you motherfucking dead, bitch. If I see you, it's up and stuff, bitch. You better. No, because they will use that against you. People will use that against you. And that's what they did towards him. And it's a sad situation because I look at both of them and I'm like, both of y'all are at fault. I don't care what. Now he is dead ass wrong, but you are wrong too, girl. My sister, I love you, but you wrong as fuck. You really are. Don't play the victim when you had a partner that you played in this too. Um, but I think when we start going to the place where um, we're looking at people's credit reports, we're pulling up people's addresses, and all of that, that's where it starts getting real dangerous. It gets real dangerous right there because it's like instead of me just looking at you and saying, "Bitch, I don't like you, big four-eyed motherfucker," blah, 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 we doing all of that. Now we're going to private, personal stuff. And I'm like, instead of us keeping it right here, bitch, now I gotta go. And I'm like, ugh, that's when it's like not safe. It's not safe.
You know what I'm gonna say, brother. I'm gonna have I'm the trans woman in the room. They
Hmm.
used us as a vehicle for Donald Trump's hatred, and that's how he
Yes.
won this election because he blamed every person. He blamed immigrants. He said, "Oh, they're taking your jobs. Trans people, they're using the bathrooms. They're doing this, da 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 da." Da." And it's not us. Are we great? That is the question. Are we great? And I remember you doing a panel that night, and we were talking about. I was on the panel with you, and we were talking about different things. Everybody was giving their great conversation, great panel. By the way, brother, giving you your flowers for that
Thank you.
because it had nuance. But this dates all back to when she had her Halloween party. This
Yes.
dates all back to that with Nene Leaks because she says she doesn't date gay men. They
Yes.
are men who are in the community with us. They see us as a woman. They're not going to date us because we're not what they're into. They're into other men. They're not into trans.
Right.
Everybody is into what they're into in the community. The problem that I have with Whisperer is the underlying transphobia and the
Yes.
transmission. You made that blanket statement to the entire community. I'm like, now why? I'm like Nene Leaks to the BS. Why am I in it? Why do you hate me?
Right.
You don't know me from Adam. I don't know you from Adam. It's Madison. So I'm a Maddie side on this one.
Yeah.
But when you get a group of black women who think exactly identical the way you think,
That's the problem.
they
That's
don't
the
like the
problem.
notice. They don't, that means that they don't like you, that they're using you to find out the information about their husband and their boyfriends. As a purse, my love, you
And
are a
and
purse to them.
and to add to that, because of his dislike, because I think this went back to early 2005. I think that's when it was. This all this long, or maybe it was 2004. I'm not for sure when that started. I remember seeing it last year, so I'm thinking maybe this beef went on through 2005. Um, they took his disdain against Madison and they used it and they weaponized it. And this is what they do online. They look at, oh, you don't like this person, so drag the motherfucking faggots. And it's like, well, he's gay too. So you're weaponizing someone who is a part of the community against the community, you know? And, I don't know what it is. I know what it is. I know why the women love the DL Whisper because they wanted to know if their man was gay, if their man was sucking dick, if their man was getting blowed from the back or he fucking some other man. They wanted to know them things. But it's like, baby, what you gonna do with this information? That's what I want to know. Are you gonna stay with him? Are you gonna leave him? Are you trying to put him on blast? Like, what's the purpose? Some of these women, it was their baby daddies and all kind of things like that. And it's like, what is the reason? Because nowadays, it's 2026. Men, some men are becoming very explorative of their
Yes.
sexuality. Some men ain't gonna tell you, but they want their dick sucked. They want their gooch ate. They want their ass ate. They want to be held a certain way, and you just can't do it, baby, or you don't want to do it. So then, what do? They go to their homies and they have a little rendezvous, and that's what it is. And they can't tell you because you're gonna look at them crazy, you're gonna look at them weird, you faggot, you faggot, you faggot. No, the man, he just like what he like. It doesn't make listen, we have given a pass to women when they be kissing each other, uh, touching on each other and everything like that. Women don't get nothing said to them. But as soon as a man does it, all hell breaks loose. And it's like, that's not fair. I understand it doesn't take away from the man being a big, strong man and being the head of the household. Like, listen, it's just that's a part of him that he likes. Now, what I will say is everybody needs to be protected and covered. You need to be wrapping it up because this is the reason why there is a epidemic out here because people are not being safe. I know one guy I know on social media, he says raw is law. And I'm like, the hell you preach? Cause baby, listen, that's the reason why I'm supposed to get sick right now. Cause you talking about some raw is law. Child, please.
Yourself and stay vigilant. Protect yourself. And that's another thing she was saying as well too. A man is gonna sleep with a rock. You can't stop a man being attracted to what he's attracted to. And
Yes.
I think with organized religion, King, you can attest to this.
Yes.
Growing up in the church, the black church, oh, homosexuality, trans is a sin, and you already know who I'm gonna say because she said it herself. She's so sick of sissies, she don't know what to do.
Mother Kelly.
Mother
Mother
Francis.
Kelly. Yes.
So it's like we can't exist and be who we are fully because y'all have weaponized, have made it wrong. But
Yeah.
when a woman does it, it's okay because it's normalized. And there, I was reading somewhere in a magazine, it was a hairstyle magazine. Do y'all remember the Alpaca movie Twa with Kenya Moore? Where all three of them were in a relationship. Well, she was married to Gavin. I don't know what happened to brother. I think he froze. See? High fashion dolls. Yes. So y'all know about it. For King to come back in. I think he froze. There we are. You're back. Yes, I was saying about okay, Chef Sky. I can't hear you, brother. Okay, I'm King back up so that I can. Oh wow. Hello, Melanin. Hello. Get into the glow, y'all. Oh my God, baby. Melanie, Nalamai, love it. Yummy. Into all of the chocolate goodness over here. I love it. All right, back.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Yes. I was saying that the Will Packer movie Twa,
Mm-hmm.
where husband and wife said, we want to bring another woman into the relationship. And that other woman was Gretchen Palmer. And the title of the, because you know, every movie does like an advertisement or promo. It says, every man's dream is to have women. Why have one when you can have two?
And sometimes
So
that's every woman's dream too, to have two men.
why is it a problem when a man says, okay, attracted, or I'm attracted to someone who's gender non-conforming or intersex? Our community, the Black Collective, and I think you said this on your platform, brother, and that is we've become so ignorant. We've become
Mm-hmm.
so ignorant. We only think one way, but you do know that there's queer people out here. We're going to have to live and exist because we both have one thing in common, and it is this.
Yes.
We're too. We fought for everybody too. You can't erase us. So when I see the clips of Juanita Bynum, why you got your pants on, so that was one thing she was saying, and Mother Frances Kelly, like you still, I try to respect sissies. I'm like, lady,
Mother, with your hard
and she's
self.
older about saying this. I try to respect sissies, but I need to get this sissified demon out of you. I'm like, if only I could say what I want to say right now, which is
You old bitch.
right. If me being in the queer community sin, what about you? Because y'all commit sins too. I mean, the biggest one that I can think of was Creflo Dollar and these jet planes. That's the biggest one. Bishop Eddie Long. I can go all the way back. I'm in the church sector, but
I know.
it was everywhere. The world saw y'all are the biggest hypocrites there is. And what they do, brother, is they take religion and they weaponize it. Sound familiar, y'all? That
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what is going
Sound like
on
white
right
people. Sound like white people.
now. White Christian nationalism. That is the term of the day, y'all. White Christian nationalism. Do y'all see it? We want it to be an all male state. We want submissive. We don't want women preaching and speaking up in the pulpit. And King Jobs touched on that on his platform as well too, about how even in Kojic, there's certain rules and policies. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want that, which is the same thing that they don't want. They don't want women to vote. Do y'all know what the Save Act is? Not to get we've covered a little bit of politics, but the Save Act, what that would do, do y'all know the 19th Amendment granted women the right to what? Vote. There
Mm-hmm.
was only a time where the entire household, that one vote would count for the entire household.
Yes.
What that would is
That's what they're
take
trying. They're
away a
trying to take it
woman's
back to that
right.
too.
Yeah,
They're trying to take it back to that. They're like they're making people. If your wife um has a different last name,
maiden
it's
name.
almost
Yep.
they want her to go get her original birth certificate and all this other stuff. And who got that stuff? Like what? Honey, I got my passport. I got my driver's license. They told me about a couple years ago that they were switching over to the real IDs. And during that time, I was going to have to renew my driver's license anyways. Um, but you had to switch over to the real ID and everything like that. I've been had my passport because I went on a cruise and all that kind of stuff like that. So it was like, okay, I already got all these things. Now you're about to require more stuff. Man, come on. Y'all don't want these people to vote. That's what y'all doing.
And it's voter suppression. It is a voter suppression tactic. It is a Mandarin tactic because they've redistricted already in Texas
Hmm.
where Brother King Jobs is at and where K Tooks is at in Florida. They've done it. Ron DeSantis, or as RT would say over there on the channel, the Satan calls him the Satan. And I love it. And it's the truth because you're going right along with what he's doing. Alligator, I don't call it Alcatraz.
Alcatraz, alligator Alcatraz, yes.
I
And
call it
here's
yeah.
the thing, you don't hear nothing about that no more. Like, okay, so was it just a moment? Are they still operating? Now they do have detainee camps, but those camps, you not realize those are financially benefiting certain people? Like certain individuals have built these things. Hey Jillian, what's up, son? What's his name? Kenneth, I saw him earlier. Hey Kenneth, what's going on?
K
Everybody, I
Tooks.
see y'all down there. I don't want to be rude. But they built these things, but they're being financially funded up under this administration. So it's like it's a lot of crooked stuff that's happening. And it's like, they want to put people in jail for scamming and frauding, but they're scamming and frauding. They're putting people in jail, but the very people that they're putting in jail were the people that's actually helping this economy. Like these
And doing the
immigrants that are,
jobs they won't do.
huh?
Doing the jobs that they won't do. Like these people were building your houses. They were picking the crops. They were doing the jobs that you won't do. Now let's see if you get out there and you pick those potatoes and those strawberries and everything else. Let's see you do it.
You ain't
Farmers,
finna do that. You're not finna do
some of
that.
them are losing.
Yeah, you're not gonna get out there and pick them oranges. Because I'm down here in Florida. You're not gonna get out here in them orange groves and pick them oranges. You're not gonna get out here in the strawberry fields, because everybody love them some strawberries. You're not gonna get out here in the strawberry patches and pick them strawberries and stuff. You're not gonna do all that. You're not gonna go. My auntie, she's in the hotel industry, and she talks about it. You're not going to go in these hotels and experience it, do all the things that they have to do to make sure you live comfy in these hotels. You're not about to do all that. It's all no. Like you don't understand in the servitude industry, this servant industry, I forgot what that's called. But in that particular industry, the people have to deal with a lot of garbage. People have to
Yes.
deal with a lot of craziness from people because, they feel like if you're in that industry, you're here to serve me. Well, that two things could be true at the same time. I'm here to serve you, but you don't have the authority to disrespect me. I don't care if I'm an immigrant. I don't care if I'm black. I don't care if I'm white. I don't care if I'm high class, low class. No one deserves to be disrespected. Period. I live that, and that is my truth. I don't care. if I am a millionaire. I don't care if I am a pauper, whatever. No one deserves to be disrespected, but you get the respect that you put out. So you get disrespectful. Oh, you baby, you finna get some disrespect.
And rightfully so. I think that right now, as the case with what's going on at the airlines, brother,
Oh,
where these ICE agents are just standing around, walking around. I mean, you're not doing anything. TSA workers go without pay. They're still getting paid. He's not passing until these ICE agents are paid. And by the way, we can see you without your mask too. Now we're running from journalists because they were taking pictures of you, and rightfully so, because you know who you are. You could be Proud Boys, you can be Oath Keepers, you can be some of the actions, because keep in mind, he pardoned 1,600 of them when he first got in office
yes.
just recently, not too long ago. And they're going to be loyal to him by default. So we already know now, identify who you are without the mask.
Mm-hmm.
But even when y'all are not in the airport, y'all go right back, put the mask back on. So we know who you are. Journalists, we easily can identify who you are. And it breaks my heart when I see people who look like me working with them.
Did you see the
You
one
are
the
part
one
of,
gay man who was an ICE officer? I was like, and I'm like, I'm not listen, I don't know what y'all getting paid or whatever, but I'm like, what the hell?
but there are black. There's one, his name is Rob Smith online, and he is a part of the LGBTQ plus community, and he supports Trump. I'm just like, my question to the people like the Byron Donalds of the world, and down here in South Carolina where I'm at, we got Tim Scott, and then we got Lindsey Graham, who was willing to do Donald Trump's bidding for him, and we've seen him literally cry on Fox News for Donald. I want to talk about Tim Scott. There's a video of a black man asking Tim Scott, um, "You sold out your people. What are you going to do for your people?" And
Yeah.
he was just smiling. He's loving it every minute of it. So they're
Disgusting.
running for the election.
Disgusting. I don't care. Like this is really disgusting to see our own people out here tap dancing for these people, and they think that that mess is okay. And I'm just like, no, that's not even cool. Like, no, like when you get done, you still gonna be a nigga to them people, you know. And you know what's so crazy, Stevie, about all of this? And I say this, and I try not to be as vulgar, but it is what it is. These
Let it
same
out.
these same Peckerwoods is gonna sit. I sound like my granddaddy right now. Oh my God. These same Peckerwoods is gonna sit up here, inbox you. They want to get fucked by you. They want to suck you up, lick you down, all of these things like that. But when they get up out that bedroom, they're a racist ass piece of shit. But in that bedroom, baby, oh, they love you. Oh, give me that cock, give me that black cock. I mean,
Yes.
oh, honey, all of it, you know. And I'm like, you love black people, whether you are hetero or whether you're homo or whether you're bi, whatever you like. Charlie Kirk was paying the trans girls. You know, I mean, it's like the such an oxymoron. And it's just like, hey, look, Kendra, it's so crazy because you sit back and you look at this stuff and you're like, and then you get Charlie Kirk's wife up here talking about, we have to protect the white men. Girl, what?
Have you been done wrong? Have you been disenfranchised? And you're sitting on one of the biggest, the world's biggest female rappers ever, and you're pandering. You're no different than your husband. Erica Kirk is a white supremacist and a perfectly gifted gift with a
Yeah,
bow on the top, and marketed to America as the wife of her husband. Her husband didn't believe that women had the brain processing power. We be here all day going through, uh, and you
All
put
these
him
people,
up
right?
under you put his picture up on the side of the Department of Education.
A
This man was a college
did
dropout.
he did not go to college. Well, he went to college, but he was a college dropout. But you're putting him on the side of the education building. I'm like, Stevie, what I am so confused about is everybody who a majority of everybody who's in this administration is ignorant, uneducated, don't got no education. They're perverts. They're pedophiles. They have a history of messing with little children, and I'm like, but you can't necessarily get mad at it because it's like that whole. And I hate to say this. This is the church side of me. That spirit flows down from the head. You got a pervert who's in the office. So everybody who's in the office and that sits in these seats are perverts too. Look at Pam Bundy. She was in the she is in the Epstein files.
And she told him that he was in the files too, brother. Not forget that. And not only that, but you couldn't even look survivors in their face at that
At
hearing. That
all.
was a circus. You couldn't even look the survivors in their face because you know good and goddamn well everything you're doing is wrong. Um, she stood right up there on the podium and just like, well, you know, we're worried about the Dow Jones. No, we're not the Dow Jones. We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein right now. And right now, guy that you're representing is in there. His name is mentioned in there 38 times.
And let's also add to that and I said this when this first happened, and people thought I was crazy, and I said no. I don't even believe Jeffrey Epstein is dead. I don't care what pictures that we see. I wholeheartedly don't believe that white motherfucker's dead. I don't believe that. Because when you have that type of money, now Stevie, you know I ain't never seen, I ain't never held that type of money in my hands. Okay. But when you have access to multi billions of dollars, you can conjure up a little scheme, say you did, and they paint a whole narrative out here. And baby, you own somewhere to Honduras or Israel. That's what he said he is. And you gonna live in your life, baby. They can do a face transplant, and don't nobody know the wiser. And that's what I believe. That's what happened to him. But that notion has been said too, that he has um he's in Israel, and but he looks just like himself. He's walking around everything. Ain't nobody saying nothing.
That's what LaKendra just said. She thinks that he's hiding. My
Yeah.
colleague Deshaun said the same thing as well too. He said that Jeffrey Epstein. Someone posted a video of someone driving in a car, and it looked like him.
Mm-hmm. An old white man.
So sit here and not say something. Don't just record. Tell someone you saw someone who looks just like him. Don't sit here and sit on this information. That's what they're doing right now. It is a big cover up. This is one of the biggest scandals and cover ups that I have ever seen in political history.
I mean, when you think about it, it's like they're normalizing a pedophile, a rapist. They're normalizing the fact that he has an insurmountable amount of money and he's able to scheme away, get out of jail, and he's somewhere else. We're normalizing because we see it online, but nobody's doing nothing about it. We see it online. Oh, they saw him here, they saw him there. And y'all not gonna do nothing? Like, make it make sense. I don't
And you've got Ghislaine Maxwell. And I got a weird feeling, a weird hunch. He's gonna pardon her. 'Cause you were just issuing out pardons like it's Christmas. So what was the attorney Todd doing there with Ghislaine Maxwell? Ghislaine Maxwell went back to her jail cell. Y'all have seen the picture with her whole binder in her hand. What was in that binder? And why were you keeping it on the low? Why were y'all keeping this meeting a secret from the? Now, when Hillary Clinton did her deposition, her testimony, Bill Clinton too, the Republicans did everything to make sure that the public. Hillary Clinton said, "If you're gonna tell it all," and that she did. Republicans didn't want us to see that. They said the real one was spotted in Canada with her brother. Ghislaine Maxwell, she was his co-conspirator.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they're gonna do the covering up. They're gonna protect Donald Trump. And there'll be no accountability.
None.
No accountability.
None
Especially
at
if he
all.
has the DOJ, Cash Patel, y'all done went and redacted. When I seen the picture of the files and everything is blacked out, I'm like, yep, he's in it. But what is one thing in here that can take down Democrats, that can take down Republicans? If it takes them down, take them down. Because accountability across all boards. Y'all sat up here and y'all protected this man. We know he's in there. He runs from it. This is his kryptonite. And this will be the one chess piece that you can win the game. But y'all don't want to do the right thing. They don't want to do the right thing. They would rather protect him, brother. It's all about money and power. And when
Mm-hmm.
you have a country with rich white men, mediocre white men who are able to go and buy elections, Elon Musk, because I still think that Kamala won this election. Because
Absolutely.
keep in mind, ballot
100%.
boxes were set on fire, y'all. Remember, ballot boxes was set on fire. Nobody looked into that. He didn't break a sweat on the campaign trail.
What? Not only that, but if nobody was showing up to your rallies like that, and we have evidence of you all burning ballots, losing ballots on the side of the highway, throwing out ballots while the post office people is driving, y'all just throwing them out and they're being scattered all over the place. We have evidence of that. Nobody's like y'all. When I tell you after this administration, whoever gets in there is going to have to clean up so much stuff. Like we're going to have to repair the breach with so many countries because this man wanted to play little child tyrant. And I'm like, y'all not doing nothing?
Congress, y'all have the power of the person. I kept saying this when I do my morning, because I always do my morning walk videos. I said, Congress, you have the power to rein him in.
Mm-hmm.
Hold firm and don't break any deals. Do not fund DHS. But you got one Democrat in particular, and I can't stand his ass. It is John Fetterman. And John Fetterman voted along with Republicans to fund DHS, which lets me know that you are not a Democrat as you say you are. You are low key a Republican.
Cause I'm like, isn't he a Democrat? And this is like the big thick white guy, right?
Yep, Fetterman. Bald, shorts all the time, a
Yes.
hoodie. That's Fetterman.
Yes.
I'm like, why are y'all capitulating? Why are y'all bending the knee? People need fighters. They don't need people that's gonna be uh, bending the knee to Donald Trump. Because the thing with fascism is, and a lot of people don't
Mm-hmm.
realize that, is when you appease them and you give them what they want, you flatter them, they have an insatiable power to come back
Yes.
for more. Like they need a fix. They got to have a fix. More money, more power, craving for more, and that's exactly what he's doing. This war that's going on with the war should not with Iran should not be. This is not about Christian values. This is about because he wants the oil, he wants the minerals, he wants the resources, he wants the money. And it's costing us, the taxpayers, $11.3 trillion a day whenever
Yes.
he sends troops to the grounds. It's costing us money. So, no, America's going broke because of every single thing that he's doing.
He's putting America in a deficit, a financial bind. I mean, it's really bad. Like really bad.
He has raised the deficit. Kamala, that was something that she warned, and King Jives said it on his platform. I've said it, Conscious said it, Bub said it, even T.S. Madison and Craig on their platform said it. We all warned you that Project 2025 was real. Now you're
Yeah.
starting to see a lot of people that even were on my side, the Democratic side, but I really don't identify just as a Democrat. I'm more progressive, so I'm more like Jasmine Crockett. I believe in taxing the rich. I believe that everybody should get a share of universal health care. That's what
I
I
love
want.
it. I
I
love
want
it.
to start off. And I believe that a woman should have the right to her own bodies.
Yeah.
And now they're punishing women who miscarry. That is now the law. We're in the handmaid's tales now, y'all.
Yeah. It's really bad.
So
It's really bad.
you're raising the deficit. Gas in LA is like $7 now. Down here where I'm at in South Carolina, it's went up by four. So it's gonna keep continuing to go up because Iran is not playing with him. And y'all are thinking that y'all are winning the war, that he said that he struck a deal with Iran. No, you didn't struck anything. Iran is whooping our ass right now, and rightfully so. Because if you go and you swat at a hornet's nest, what do you think is gonna happen?
Baby, them
All of
things
the
is coming
hornets,
out.
they're gonna
They
come out
coming
and
out.
they're gonna attack you. They're not playing with you.
And like I made a post and I saw another black girl made this post. Baby, y'all know where he at? 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Baby, go down in South Florida, Mar-a-Lago. Baby, you make sure you send them things right there. You handle that right there. Baby, the rest of us, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Us colored peoples ain't got nothing to do with that. Leave us
And
colored
believe it
people alone.
And believe it or not, Iran is not interested in us. They want him. You
Mm-hmm.
started this. And for the nerve of you to ask our allies to step in and help. And they said, no, you got it. Like Offset said, y'all won. You got it. This is your war. You started this with them.
Hmm.
So you finish it. Now you got JD Vance, couch fucker, as a negotiator. So how's that gonna go for you? JD Vance wouldn't know how to negotiate donuts if it bit him in the ass. And now you
Hello.
got him up front negotiating. So how's that gonna go for you? He's already talking about a touting a 2028 run. I
Mm-hmm.
said this before on my platform. I said, if y'all don't think that he is lined up waiting for this man to kick the bucket or go home to glory, you got another thing coming because it is someone just as young and sinister. JD Vance is what I call a political chameleon. If you watch the debate with Tim Walz asked him one key question, and I want y'all all to remember this. He said, do you believe that Donald Trump won the 2020 election? He said, I care about the future. They do what Republicans all do, and that is that
Mm-hmm.
spin. They don't want to answer the question. They don't want to give you a direct answer,
They keep
yes or
going
no.
around. They keep doing all that right
Yes
there.
or no.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Walz said, it's a yes or no question. Did he win or lose the 2020 election? We know he lost. How simple is it to say that? You can say that. And not only that, but he said he would not certify the election results. I posted that in my stories, and that comes from ABC News. So they are telling you what their clear plan is, and it is to nationalize federal elections and seize power and control. We're not even in the midterms yet. November's not even here yet, and they're already cheating. Pay attention and open up your eyes because this is exactly how dictators stay in power. This is
Yeah.
how fascism grows. And as Eric Benet says, this is totalitarianism because it is total control. Did you guys hear about the Warner Brothers Paramount merger? Tyler Perry selling all of his stuff. They now can control what we hear, what we see, what we consume. Propaganda is being pushed out here already. I was watching Name Game the other day, and this was the commercial that popped up. End quote. It said, The Democrats are helping illegal aliens because they call them illegal immigrants. If anybody who's coming into this country to seek better for themselves and fleeing danger and fascism, you call them illegal immigrants. The
Mhm.
Dems are helping illegal immigrants and they're hurting ICE agents. We're not hurting ICE agents, but ICE agents are hurting us. They took a mom of three. They took a doctor. They took a black man by the name of Keith Porter. They're harming us. They're separating families. It's
Mhm.
not illegal immigrants. And since I occupy the space of trans, black, and woman, it's not trans women. So I
Right.
hope all of you are opening your eyes very clearly and understanding that the world that you once knew is not the world that you once knew. It's been here for 250 years. And now this is a wake up call for everybody. So Miss Miko, shout outs to Miss Miko. We were in the chat. We were talking about it when Jamal Bryant said, "Oh, the boycott, the boy." No, it's still on. I was in the live for that when I said no, it's still on.
Yeah.
In order
Still
to
on.
fight in order to fight fascism, because there's so many corporations that donated to him and Project 2025 and rolled back on their diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yes.
Walmart, Target, Aldi. And then I put in the comments in King Jives' live, it should be in the chat. It's a website that you can go to that will tell you who donated to who politically. And it's
Mm.
called Goods Unite Us. And I found out about that through Politics by Tabitha. I love to shop at TJ Maxx. Y'all know I'm a fashion girl. TJ Maxx is ran by Democrats. So you can shop there all you want. Walmart, Target, Aldi, and now just recently Wendy's, all of these restaurants and corporations, big techs that have donated to him, don't shop there. You stop fascism by hurting the pockets. And this is what I call, ladies and gentlemen, eating the rich. And that's what I was saying in the chat. Miss Miko was saying it's deeper than that. I was like, girl, I feel you. It is deeper than that. And it starts by making their pockets hurt. Because just by all of us as black people standing firm and standing together, Target lost a lot of money. And I seen it on Black Enterprise. So if you follow Black Enterprise, you follow my platform, King Josh's platform, the same information that I'm giving you, King is gonna give you. If not me, Maddie, Conscience, Bubs, any one of us, we're going to give you that information. Don Lemon, all of them.
And we've been saying this and we've been putting this information out. And it's like people still aren't listening. It's like you rather this time around it's almost like we know how we say, oh, I'd rather have the lesser of two evils. Well, y'all went with the wrong evil. Y'all went with the wrong
And
evil. Y'all went over there
and
and y'all grabbed this man because y'all thought y'all was gonna get some money. Y'all still ain't got no money yet.
thank you. Where's the $5,000 Doge dividend checks that Elon Musk promised you when they staged their little spat going back and forth on X? And he revealed what we already knew, that he's in the Epstein files. Yes, I still got the screenshots of those. My advice to everybody: screenshot, record, take pictures, everything that they're doing, because they're going to try to scrub it away. The same way he tried to scrub away that he was twice impeached. No, you were impeached twice, brother. Well, brother of mine, you're an orange piggy. I call you orange piggy over here. So as much as you try to twist our reality to what we know is the actual truth, we have to keep alerting people and letting them know that, hey, he was twice impeached. He's a 34-time convicted felon. What did you expect? Well, I expected my gas prices to go down. Are your gas prices going down? Are your eggs prices going down for you? And I always say this when I'm on the panel with my colleagues, Alvin Tit for Tat, this and that. How do those eggs taste now for you, bitch?
Yes. How them goddamn eggs taste? How them eggs taste now? Because that's what y'all were arguing over, eggs and groceries. And all that shit is high as fuck now.
Farmers, you're losing your farms.
How your crops doing
How's
now, bitch?
Y'all better get out there and do some work. And if you think that people are going to do that work for you for little to nothing, because if I'm not mistaken, you're paying these workers $11 an hour and they're sitting out here in the scorching hot heat doing the jobs that you won't do. And you held up signs at his rally saying mass deportations now, not realizing that the people that you deported, but see, he loves the poorly educated. You voted
You,
against your own interests.
you know what got me, Stevie, is the fact that these Latinos and Cubans was out here doing all of this, and I'm like, I was just on I call him my son. He had just made a post a little while ago talking, and this one man had a whole Trump tattoo on him. Said Trump, your ass just got deported. How that feel? How that deportation taste? You know, it's like y'all vote for this stuff, and you know, I said this. I was talking to a friend of mine. I told her, I said, this stuff that goes on with white America, this ideology that white is right, baby, you got to go back 7,000 plus years. Well, yeah, yeah.
1619, we know about 1619. We
No,
know
no, no,
about
no, no, no,
manifest
no.
destiny. We know
So,
about the seven mandates. These are all things to what they're doing right now is what, and I was saying this to Conscious. I was saying this is the ethnic cleansing. Even Stephen Miller, who is the shadow president. Did y'all know also that JD Vance wrote the foreword for Project 2025? I'm going to keep reminding you of that. He wrote the foreword for it. The Heritage Foundation, Turning Point USA, with the racist podcaster, I'm not going to call his name, but they're all white supremacist federations. And they're growing and growing and growing as we speak.
you know,
They
see,
all found one thing, and that's hatred.
if I told somebody this, I said, if you go back, the whole European regime, um, Buckingham Palace, all this other stuff, if you go
Yes.
back through every queen, and I mean literal queen, that has sat in the position as Queen of England, that stuff has passed that like that my so like by the time we get to when black people were really powerful, like that's thousands of years ago. Like that's how long they have been fucking us up. Thousands of years. Like you go back to because I think the first queen was like 1000 something. I forgot when it was, but it was like it's not like it was 1995, but it was 1006 or something. It was something weird, but it's that long ago. But it's even past that. When you get down to when the Moors were really ruling, there were other black regimes that were out here as well. What we've done is somebody in the camp, I ain't got no organ on this one, but somebody in the camp sold us out. Somebody in the camp said, they over there. And you allowed another country to come in. And this is just my mindset. Now, when I read, this reads like this too. You sold us out and you allowed another nationality to come in to steal, kill, and destroy. And look at where we are now. I mean,
Are we great? I keep asking the question, are we great yet? Because he ran his campaign off of making America great again. When was it ever great?
when was
Y'all
it
have had a fetish of feeding black people to alligators, feeding us to alligators, using our children
eating
ripped out.
us,
Yeah, for delicacy. For
eating us,
delicacy.
and using our skin for furniture, for clothes, shoes, taking our hair and stuffing it in furniture. Like, girl, mm, mm, mm.
So if you think and what everything that he's doing, even from the Obama post that he did with depicting us as that, they were just like, oh, there were some black conservatives just like, oh, that's no big deal. But for Tim Scott, it was a tad bit too far. When has he ever not been too far?
Hmm.
Everything that he's doing is too far. What you did was you elected a megalomaniac and you put him back in office. And now he is drunk out of control with power that he doesn't know what to do. He can't even get this war with Iran. He has no intentions. And the one that is the alcoholic, Keg's Breath, said,
Oh,
well, we're just going to go in ahead and get some more. We're going to do some more. I can't say that word here on YouTube, but we're going to do some more.
not kegs,
You
bro.
took people's lives as a result of that. What you did in Iran over there in that school and those girls, you took people's lives as a result of that. Tim Scott just found an excuse. He was okay with that. Yeah, him and Lindsey Graham, they're on board with it. Lindsey Graham is also Donald Trump's golfing buddy. So you're going to see them together a lot. So down here in my city of South Carolina, and then you've got Jim Clyburn saying he's running for reelection. Jim Clyburn is in his 80s. It's time for something new. It's time for something different.
When I saw today, and it's all over my Facebook because I'm here in Tampa. When I saw today the new people that have been put in position in the Senate here, the lady in Fort Palm Beach, the district down there, and then the gentleman here who's been put in the district here in my area. Um, I want them to flip motherfucking Florida blue. I want them to flip this shit. I want them to change the governor. I want everything that this punk ass motherfucker has done. I want them to undo it because we are the people. Fuck this goddamn orange Cheeto puff ass man that's sitting in the office. Bitch, you're in our face stealing from America. $10 billion. You have sued the government falsely and you're trying to get $10 billion. Talking about, I'm gonna put it in this charitable organization. Bullshit. You are a tyrant. You are gross. Your ankles are swole. You got scabs on you. Bitch, you're disgusting. Period. Point blank. You touched on
Yeah,
girls. You touched on little boys because they said they came out too. You touched on little boys. They said the boys
and you
rammed a
have a
pole
dead,
up your ass.
yes, you have a dead hand, and the hand is turning colors. And you're talking about a third term. Steve Bannon already said this what's going on in the airport with TSA. They already confirmed to us what we already knew, y'all. And that is they plan on nationalizing our elections. You're going to send ICE agents to the polls to intimidate voters? Is that what your game plan is? For what? Because you know you can't win. Your policies are old and outdated. So they're cheating. And as brother said, they're stealing right before our very eyes. Why do you need $200 billion, Keg's Breath? I hope it's for you to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. What do you need $200 billion for?
It's this thing. He feels like I've had to file bankruptcy and all of these things. I want to be rich. I want to be up there with the billionaires of the billionaires and all this. And it's like, what for? Like, what is you want to be that in that league to just do what? But to play my dick is bigger than yours. Well, bitch, your dick is that big. So I mean, what are we doing? You're out here paying hookers and prostitutes and shit just sit up here and make you feel good. That's crazy. Sure.
And not only that, but Tom Homan, you took $50,000 in a brown paper bag. Y'all have got this new gentleman, Mark Wayne Mullen, who has been confirmed. And he's just as dangerous as Christy Nome, puppy killer. He's just
He's
as dangerous.
he's crazy. He's like that white boy in high school that wanted to be a bully. That's him. Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go. Nigga, who does that? What? Oh God. Mm-mm. No, 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 no,
These
no.
are the people that he's going to surround himself with. Yes men, the ones who are willing to defend him at every default. Stephen Miller as well too. Stephen Miller is the one we should definitely be looking out for because he's a white supremacist. Not just him, but Russ Voigt as well.
Mm-mm.
The Heritage Foundation. Remember, he kept saying, "Oh, I don't know anything with the Heritage. What is this? What is
He
this?"
kept saying
We
he don't know what's going on. He don't know. But I'm like, you're right there in the rooms with these people. You know what's going on. All right, come on, stop playing, man.
You lied, you denied it. We already knew. And then when that TikTok video came out with you saying, speaking at a Heritage Foundation event, it confirmed everything we already knew. You knew about it. So you're
He
not fooling
listen,
us.
between him and Elon, they said out of their mouth they rigged this election. They did all of this stuff. They're racist ass pieces of shit. It just is what it is. Y'all have done this and nobody is doing anything. And see what makes me nervous is that if there is a uprising, this is not going to be good. Like these people are going to take this country by storm, and if it don't go that way, and these other countries come over here, it's going to get real bad. And we've allowed it.
And it starts with voting. You know, you can't vote your way out of fascism, but we take these little wins. Take these little wins right here. Where Florida's, where King Jives is at, where King is at, where Brother is at. In Florida, take these little wins, y'all, because if we can take back the House, it starts with voting. Check your voter registration because we've seen what they pulled in 2024 where they purged voters off of the rolls and they made people re register. So check your voter registration to make sure you're good and you're set to vote in the upcoming elections. The play mean racist. Yes, that is it. Lotus Egyptian flower. It's white Christo fascism. It is to make
Mhm.
the government white, straight, and male. And they
After that
believe that
black man was set in that office for 8 years, but see, here it is. White people voted for him too. But the racist pieces of shit got so mad because a black man sat in that office. And I ain't gonna tell Stevie, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And I know we probably gotta get ready and go. I know I got a meeting at 6 o'clock. But
oh yeah, it's almost six, it's 5:32.
but after that man sat in office for 8 years, when I tell you like it just felt real peaceful and calm, and Obama was cool with it. Somebody came to the rally and they was heckling him. He was cool with like, hey, he pulled that black move like, hey, bruh, calm that stuff down. And it's like it was like I'm watching like my dad or my uncle or one of the bros. Like I'm like somebody who got education and smart and can handle it. I'm like, okay, like I'm cool with it. I wasn't fussing. I wasn't at the TV mad. I wasn't in the news like, oh shit, what this motherfucker did today? Oh my god. No, I wouldn't. I wasn't like that. As soon as this bitch got in office, I was like, he did what today? Who? Oh God. I mean, first thing, y'all coming after the LGBTQ. We ain't did shit. We ain't did a motherfucking thing. And here y'all go messing with us.
And y'all used us as a scapegoat to rally up everybody that has the same ideals as him.
Yeah.
Almost everybody that voted for him, they didn't want to vote for a black woman. They did, yes, and Obama was a dynamic president. You
Mm-hmm.
wish you could have the achievements of
Mm-hmm.
him, which is why he brings him up, or he'll bring Biden up. And he kept blaming Biden for everything. Biden did it.
Talking about the gas prices
Obama,
are high because of Biden. I was like, but who in office right now? How is gas prices high because of Biden and you're the president? Like what you do, like, first of all, Biden is not even in the office. And what you're doing right now is affecting Iran. Them ships are not coming over here because of Biden. They're not coming over here because of you. Let's be honest about that thing. Oh, the economy is good. Good for who? Bitch, we don't know if we're gonna get blowed up tomorrow. We don't know if we're gonna get blowed up today. And you out here talking, oh, the nigga, they gonna put you in a bunker somewhere if they don't blow your ass up, and you gonna be fine. But we, the people, we, the American people, have to deal with the bullshit.
The Democrats who are still in that position, they aren't protesting or defending on the behalf of the people. They're comfortable because they still have it. Now, yes, let me get to that Lotus Egyptian flower, and then I'm a wrap because I can't keep King, but this was such a great conversation.
I've
Uh,
enjoyed myself.
and this is what I want to say to that. When Democrats tried to introduce a bill to help pay TSA workers, Republicans blocked it. They want to fund ICE. I'm gonna tell you what the whole goal is, Lotus Egyptian flower. And for my women that are watching, come to the front. Donald Trump wants the SAVE Act passed. If you watched my stories yesterday, Chip Roy was caught on the hot mic saying that this bill, the SAVE Act, what it would do is disenfranchise women from voting. They don't want women to vote. Remember when it was a time where only the male vote could count for the household, the entire household? Just men could vote. Women could not vote. So that's what the SAVE Act would do. It would take away your right to vote as a woman. They don't want you. Chip Roy of Texas, correct. Yes.
Yes.
Said it. It would disenfranchise women voters. They know that the key votes that you need to win an election are three key votes. That's the black vote, that's the woman vote, and that is the LGBT vote. What are you going to do to win all three of those groups? That's the thing. And they know they don't have it because their policies are unpopular with the American people. We don't like what direction this country has shifted. We straight out
Absolutely.
of Hitler's playbook, Mein Kampf. Everything that he's doing is straight out of Hitler's playbook, Mein Kampf. Yes, let ICE go fight the war. Better yet, why don't you go
Send
with
your
your bone
son.
spur?
Send your son.
Baron, send Baron.
Send your motherfucking kids on over there. Shit.
Exactly. And some of them saying we're happy to go to war with Iran, some of his supporters. Go
Oh, okay.
ahead. Go. Have fun. Let's see how that goes for you. Iran is not playing. They're sending warnings. They called him a yellow bellied dog.
He's a
They're not
gross
playing.
ass human being to me. He will never get respect. Never. And that's the thing. You're playing this dirty game. You will never get respect, especially for the things that you have done. You 45, 47, bitch, that will be a block in history of shit that has happened in this country according to a racist ass little boy in a man's body. That's what it is. We can talk about this stuff all day long. You got these pastors who are running to the White House because they want to get their hands greased, aka Jamal. Like these, and see, Stevie, I know I gotta go, but the sad part about this is the very people that's out here talking about I'm for you, I'm for you. Yes, black people are the very ones that's running their duck ass up there to the motherfucking White House. They're going to them at nighttime, and they want let's work it out. Let's do this. Let's do this. I got the voice of the black community, and then you getting paid off the back end, and you living good, but you out here selling us out at the same time. This this is the black church. This is the black community. This is the black and brown people. Our some of our people that are rallying are going to the enemy at night.
And it's disgusting. I remember watching one of your lives and I'm like, wait a minute, is this who I think it is? And these two working together? And then I see a picture of one of them with net. I'm like, what is this? You're
Yes.
supposed to be for the people.
And then he did that. Chris Harris did that video talking about how he's for the community and all of this, and then right at the same time, here come ICE coming in your building, snatching people up. No, you nigga, you got broke off. You got broke off. and you allowed this to happen.
It's beyond disgusting. And my warning to everybody is it's going to be a whole lot more that look like us that are willing to take checks from them. And we're
Yeah.
seeing that currently right now as it pertains to ICE. They're working with ICE. When I seen the video of them in Atlanta airport, and I'm seeing people that look like me and brother over here, I'm like, wait a minute, what are y'all doing? You do
Mm-hmm.
know when all this is over, he'll have immunity because the Supreme Court, they be poised to strike down. By the way, he votes by mail. He doesn't want people to vote by mail. So now they're going for that. And the Supreme Court would just the same way they overturned Roe. Do y'all remember they overturned Roe?
Mm-hmm.
They will do this for him as well too, because the six, not the three, they are in his back pocket. John Roberts, Alito, Thomas. Thomas has been there since what 1990, the 1990s, 1992, from the book when he was in the Bush administration.
Yes. Yes.
So do better with your decisions and your spending. Be mindful where you spend, and more importantly, make sure that you're recycling into Black independent outlets.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. And one more thing on Clarence Thomas. We didn't forget two words. Anita Hill.
Oh. Oh.
So that's all I have on that. I can't keep brother. He has a meeting to go to fashion house, but I hope y'all enjoyed this show. You got the Saints and you got the fashion dolls coming together, merging in the comments, and I love it. So
Listen,
thank y'all all so much.
we're gonna have to do this again. I've enjoyed myself over here. I love these type of conversations because it's important. It's important to let people know that we are educated people. We are educated Black people. We are educated LGBTQ people, and we can think for ourselves. And we know what's going on, and we're not stupid. I love having these conversations because it's not all about the tea. It's not all about the yes, girl. No, like we need to. Okay, that's great. That's fun. Let's get down to business. We know how to do business, and if we ever get in power, we would fuck them up.
And that's what they're afraid of. They know our strength in numbers. They know our strength in numbers. In Texas, where Jasmine Crockett should have won, y'all voted for Tallarico, who called a black man mediocre. He called Colin Allred a mediocre black man. Wrong, James. The ones who are mediocre are in power right now, governing the way they're governing.
And see, I thought he was a good dude. I really did. I saw some of his posts, and I thought he was a good guy. But some of these white people that are loud and that are Democrats, they just as racist. They just as
The white
racist. They horrible.
Steve,
They just as racist and full of shit.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm glad that we as black people we see it now. Let's
Mhm.
see how you go when it's time for that to come up.
Yeah.
Because you've got some competitors that are Trump loyalists in Texas as well too that are running for reelection. So good luck trying to earn that black vote because when it was time for something nothing against him, yes, he's out here fighting, but Jasmine Crockett was boots on the ground. Going into ICE in
What
turn,
has
I
this
don't
man
call
ever done? What has Talrico ever done? I mean, you get out here, you're online, but Jasmine was in the places, voicing and being loud, and see, they tell us, oh, she's so loud, she's so ghetto. So you want us to be quiet? Oh, we shouldn't. No, you don't hear us when we're quiet, so we got to be loud. We got to cuss your punk ass out. We got to sit up right and say things that make you go, yeah, bitch, we're not playing with you. Do right. Hell going on?
and rightfully so. because y'all will continue to play in our faces, and knowing y'all do what I said earlier, which is that spin. When you ask, you see him do it on CNN. What's his name on there? Scott Jennings, who will
Uh-huh.
sit there and spin. We know the truth. Adam Mockler got your ass today on the news, and he
Yes.
asked you one question. He said, "Are we winning the war with Iran?" Stunned, quiet, because he always has a sarcastic remark to say and a smug look on his face.
Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, we're destroying other countries. We are destroying other countries. We are, and they're talking about, human being, about human rights and human life. We're killing other people, and we have nothing. And we're talking about oil,
Money, money,
money.
all about money for Donald Trump. And you're talking about this money is going to go to a charity or donation. Rosie O'Donnell already put us up on game about you stealing from cancer charities back in the day.
Yeah, this man is a crook. He is a crook.
And y'all elected to put him back in the White House. White America, 77 million of y'all, and then some of our own black people, y'all thought that it would be a good idea. How's that working out for you?
How's that ram? Because it keep going up. How's that ram?
And thank God for Zoran in New York, who is lowering the cost of things for people, who is working with the people. Y'all didn't even want him, but now you want him now. He's helping the people. Now y'all thankful for him. This all could have easily been avoided had y'all would have voted for the beautiful, intelligent black woman with the funny
Yes.
laugh. But
Yes.
y'all didn't want to do that because of your own patriarchy and misogyny. Y'all, the leader in Japan, did y'all know that that is the prime minister over there is a woman? The president in Mexico, woman, Claudia. But 250 years, America has never seen a woman as president. Only as vice president, yes. First black and South Asian descent president, yes. But we've never seen as president. She would have been the
Hmm.
first. But patriarchy, misogyny,
It's,
y'all
I don't
sat
think
up
it's.
here
I
and
don't
called
think it's over. I don't think it's over. I don't. I think we still have an opportunity to see that in our lifetime. I believe that we still have that opportunity. We just have to have the right people that's in position to do so, because these people, like y'all, Elon Musk and Trump bought this election.
yep,
They bought it. They bought this election, and I'm telling you, every Trumper, every ex-Trumper that I have seen, they're like they hate they did what they did, and I'm like, oh, you see it now. When you out here spending 100 and some odd dollars, oh, you feeling it now. Oh, okay. When we was telling your punk ass way back when, oh, okay, now it's hurting your crops. Oh, now you hate when it was, you don't feel it until you feel it. When it gets in your pockets, like we just said earlier, when it gets in your pockets and it starts affecting that bottom dollar, see, white people don't understand nothing but money. Fuck them goddamn kids, fuck your wife, fuck your husband. But when you start affecting their money, then they start like, I hate I did. Oh, I bet you do hate it now. I bet you do hate it now. Oh, okay. Hmm.
and we're seeing the videos of you say, "Oh, they asked you why did you vote this way? Because I was stupid." You think? And he said he loves the poorly educated. So you fall right into that category. You fall right into the trap. You fell right into it. He made a promise to you and he did not follow through with it.
And he did
This
not fulfill.
He's a snake oil salesman. That's what he is. He's a con man. He conned you. You've been duped. You've been had. You're not getting what you wanted. So you can rip up your flags, you can pull your stickers off your car. We had a farm down here in South Carolina for my third grade teacher. She had a farm, Trump 2024, Trump Vance in the yard. I drive past a few days later and that sign is gone. What changed? So that's what I would close with. I can't keep Brother Fashion Dolls. And brother, thank you so much. I had a fabulous time.
Well, I want to say this before I go. Stevie, I appreciate you. Every time we do this, I appreciate this. It is very important that we use our voices, voices like yourself, myself, and so many others. It is very important um, that we do these things because it doesn't matter how big the platform, how small the platform, whatever. Our voices matter. Um, and that's what's important. And never stop using your voice, never stop advocating, never stop doing these things because it is important. Um, and I think people get so caught up to and I'm done 2 minutes. People get so caught up in, I need to have these amount of numbers. It does not matter about the numbers, but what matters the most is your effectiveness. If you are effective, you're doing something. If you are effective and you're empowering, because I see the things that you do, you have the people coming on, you have the interviews, you have the connections, and your voice matters. People, and last point, and I'm done. People will be jealous of you because of what you do. People will be jealous of you because of you doing what you do and having the connections. Don't stop. Don't stop. There have been many times that I wanted to give up. Many times. Hell, I want to give up right now. But I know that I'm affecting. I know that I'm effective. If I ever got to a certain amount of numbers, baby, I know I'll get these niggas hell. Baby, if King Giles ever got to 1 million subs on motherfucking YouTube, bitch, I'm finna get these motherfuckers hell. Okay? Don't play with me. If I was able to get out here and do the things, baby, I'm gonna give them hell so bad, baby, they're gonna be like, oh my God. Hate to see their name pop up on anything. But I'm grateful that we are connected, that we have these opportunities, that we do share, that we do talk offline. We may not talk all the time, but we do talk offline.
Yes.
And I appreciate you letting me know this morning about what happened here because I was just getting up, I was getting busy starting with my day, and that was something I hadn't seen. And I appreciate that because again, what I don't see, you see. What I see, I let you see. I mean, and I appreciate that. So I want to thank you for this opportunity, and I'm grateful, and I'm humbled, and I appreciate it, and I look forward to doing this again.
Yes, and we will keep in touch, brother. Of course, when you go live, I will be there. And you guys know the channel, the King Jives Show. Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe and support our brother. Support all of us. Now is the time to support Black independent platforms more than ever because we're giving you the truth unapologetically and we're doing it each in our own way, our own style. So that's what
Mhm.
makes us all so unique. So make sure that y'all are supporting King Jives. Definitely, definitely.
All right, sis, I love you. I gotta go. I'll talk to you soon.
I love you too. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow joining me, we have Philly Phil, and I will see you then. Till next time, everyone.
Bye.